What's going on, Shrootstack Squad? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, do yourselves a favor, hit that subscribe button, come join the Discord. Link is in the Patreon below. None of this is financial advice. Now let's get into the video. Alright guys, first thing I want to talk to you about is where the portfolio is sitting at. I tell you this in all my videos, open, transparent. You know, I'm sitting at 114 right now. I show you all of these things. But the name of the game today I want to mention is AMC. This is what it's been catching some news, all right, guys? It's been catching some news. And I'm not invested in AMC right now, all right? I want to make that open and very clear. I'll go back to my portfolio later for everyone. Anyone who's new, that's what I always do, these daily reviews of where my portfolio is sitting at. But I'm not in AMC, but I've been keeping my eye on this, and this is what I'm looking for. This is why I haven't been in it yet. And if you are already invested in it, this is what you want to be looking for, all right? So the question really is where we close tomorrow is going to kind of have a big impact on what happens with this stock. So if we zoom out a little bit, so you can go ahead and see. Let me go back a little bit more. So the last time when we hit with this stock, it was in like what, $20 or something like that. The next time it was trying to retest that area. It hit all the way up here in the 14s. All right. I know Robinhood has some crappy charts, but I was looking at it on another platform beforehand. Anyway, but you can see right now, look where we're sitting at. We're coming right up there. 1390 is where we're sitting at now. This stock, where it really needs to close is this, guys. The number I want you to keep in mind is this, $14.50, okay? $14.50. If AMC is able to close above $14.50 and then it can stay there, guys, this is what the catalyst that AMC needs to push this thing up. All right, that's the thing that's going to be able to push the squeeze to start coming in. And if it can stay at that 14.50, then the next day it's going to go to is $15. And if it can close off at the end of the week $15, guys, if tomorrow it closes 14.50 and end of the week it can go all the way up to the $15, that's what we need. That's what's going to be able to push this thing. Now the thing here is this: the hedge funds, they really don't want this thing to go above 14.50. They really do not want to see this thing go above 14.50. And so because of that, what I want to warn you guys of is this. You know, you can just take a look right here. In the last 1 week or so, you know, we've had green day after green day after green day after green day, okay? 6-7 days in a row, it's just been green. Now, what that means is we may expect a pullback coming into AMC. Now, if you're in, this is where my advice is. If you're in AMC, none of this is financial advice. This is, actually, I take my statement back. This is not advice. This is just my opinion, all right? So if you're in AMC and you see this thing pull back tomorrow or even in the next few days, I could see this thing going back maybe around 11.50. You know what? That's okay. If you want to stick with AMC, load up in that area. That's fine. But don't panic if you see this thing fall back, all right? Don't panic if you see this thing fall back. Now, that's not to say we won't see this thing go back to the $9 again, because we saw in the charts before, you know, it's really had a comfortable time in that region. But my opinion is this time around, once it's been able to hit the 14.50s right now, I think it's going to be able to settle in a little bit higher than where it was before, than the $9 mark. And because of that, this does not change anything with the stock, guys. Understand, just because it's going to pull back does not mean any of the stuff that's going on with AMC is changing, all right? The reality of the thing is that it may even be a little healthy to see this thing pull back right now. And the last time it ever was able to close above the what's it called? The 14.50 mark and all that, it was right here it was in that February time, okay? And I'm telling you, when this thing does happen, it's going to skyrocket AMC. So the key thing I want to tell you guys is this. I have not invested in AMC yet. And I'm probably going to be opening a position in it, but if you want to know the plays and everything, we do all of this in the Discord, guys. And that place has been very collaborative. We've helped many people build a lot of wealth, and honestly, it's just a family where we're all growing together, and all of these ideas are pushed back and forth between all of us. But anyway, I have not opened a position in AMC yet, and what I'm hoping for, well, I don't want to say I'm hoping for, but if it does have a pullback and it does not close above 1450 tomorrow, then I may start to make a small position in AMC, and I may just start adding in a little bit more and more shares, because I'm telling you, this is going to be the, if there's going to be another short squeeze, just like we saw with GameStop, it's going to be AMC. AMC has all the right catalysts. It has all the right potential. And honestly, Citadel has been making, they've been getting a little scared on this whole subject again. And if you take a look online, I saw an article today where whenever you see, I wish I could, I'll try to see if I can tag it in the description later. But it was an article titled, why you must not invest in AMC. It's the biggest mistake right now. I think it was Market Watchers or someone had that link. If you see articles like that, let me tell you guys, there's a great saying that said, who's the guy? Mark Twain. History doesn't repeat itself, but sometimes it rhymes, okay? That saying is very, very applicable in the stock market, all right? Very applicable. Think back to GameStop. Think back to those articles. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? So all I'm trying to tell you is this: if you guys are, if Wall Street Bets and the entire movement that's going on this whole thing, guys, I'm with the retail fam here. I'm one of the retail fam. I'm with you guys. So I just haven't been invested in this. I'm not gonna say I'm in AMC, but I'm not an ape yet. I'm not an ape yet, but I will be. All right. If we're able to close this thing above 1450 tomorrow, this thing is gonna go up. And if it can stay above 15, that's when you're going to see this thing skyrocket. All right, guys? And that's really where I want to let you guys know. That's why tomorrow, in my opinion, is a big deal, because that's going to really dictate what the rest of the week is going to look like. And based off of what the rest of the week is look like, that's going to set up the whole scheme. Now, my opinion, these hedge funds, they don't like this. So they're probably going to put a lot of pressure on this thing. They're going to start making they're going to make a lot of sells, and they're probably going to make this thing pull back a bit. Well, you know what? Screw them. All right? That's my only statement. Screw them, and let them do it, because guess what? At the end of the day, it's a long game. Take a look back into GameStop and everything that happened with it, all right? Take a look at this thing, guys. How many times did we end up seeing this thing? Even right over here, guys. I was remembering this thing back in November, December. My friend was telling me back in December to get on GameStop. I'm like, no, dude, you're stupid. You don't know what you're saying. Well, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, take a look at how many pullbacks it might have had in that meantime before this happened. Guys, $300. I want you to remember that. It was sitting at a few weeks before, 13, 15, all of that, to 300. All right. Now, I'm not saying AMC is going to go to 300, but all I'm trying to tell you is history doesn't repeat itself, but sometimes it can rhyme. That's all I'm going to say. All right, guys, let me get into the rest of the video for the rest of my family. If you guys are new and you wanted just for the AMC content, that's the end of it. But if you want to stick around, I'll show you where my portfolio is sitting at, because I'm trying to grow this portfolio to $1 million in 2 years. And so yeah, it's risky, high risk, high reward, and you get to see my ups and downs and everything in between. I'm one of the few YouTubers out here who actually shows this transparency. I've invested for close to a decade now, and I've learned a lot of mistakes, and I've learned a lot of the right things too. So I'm just here to teach everyone the whole thing and document this journey. All right, so let's take a look at what we're sitting at. I showed this whole open transparent. If you don't see that all-time thing, guys, you can't trust what they're saying. Anyway, so today we ended up closing it at around 114,960, almost around 15K. And the real winner on this thing, guys, CTXR. I'm telling you, CTXR. This is this is my baby. This is the one that's gonna really move things. Apple was actually the lagging move today. Apple had a pullback, and so it is what it is. I'm down a bit on that. Other thing, Eton Pharma is the next play. I told you that's going to be the next FDA play, which I'm really thinking it's going to run up soon. I'm surprised that, quite honestly, it hasn't run up even more, seeing it has 2 FDA dates just coming up in next week, or the week after. I'm very surprised, actually. But the week is still early. We're not even halfway. Other thing, my other two FDA plays, and these are the ones I really loaded up on. All right, this is the ones I wanted to talk to you guys about. Quad, I made big moves on quad. I put almost 10K sitting in this one, and because this one has had now insider buys, I think 3 or 4 times it's happened in the last like 1 week, less than a week. It happened again today, and when I saw that this happened, I was like, you know what? This is the time to start loading in, because they would not be making these purchases this often, this frequently, when they don't, when nothing's about to happen, guys. And these were all done in open market. Because it's open market, that means whatever price you see, that's what they're paying. It's not like they had some better deal that we could get, because it was done open market. And in my opinion, guys, whenever you see these insider alerts and things like that, you know how they say buy the rumor, sell the news? Well, this is the news before the news. They know something that's why they would load up like millions of shares on. So anyway, this one I'm going heavy in. I'm expecting good moves on that. CTVA, this is the other one, FDA play, which I'm hoping this one can also get its movement going. My favorite underwear company, Hanes. This one still we're waiting for. I'm hoping they can get a little bit more of a, it can go up a little bit more in the next few days. But if not, I'm okay with selling this thing, in like 2-3 days before the end of the week, and take whatever we get. This was the other FDA play, guys, and then we're up a little bit on that, and this is another insider play that I'm working with. All right. I don't want to make this video too long. That's why I'm kind of rushing through these. I'll make it a little bit more in-depth on one of my other videos to go through one by one. But I just wanted to give you guys the quick update where everything's sitting at, what plays I'm in, which ones I've loaded in on a little more than the others. And yeah, guys, this is just, like I say, this portfolio is not something you want to mimic to the T, because this is high risk and high reward, because I am making this thing 10x in 2 years, which is very, very risky. But I'm trying to document this thing, and you see my gains and you see my losses, and you'll see everything in between. This sort of stuff you will not find on YouTube. And like I say, if you actually want to take this investment game seriously and take it to the next level, join in on the Discord. We have one of the most collaborative communities out there. I post screenshots on this thing in the community tab for you guys, just to see what people are saying, and it's literally, I don't know. I'm not going to speak for myself. I'm not going to brag about it. But anyway, do whatever works for you guys. You don't need to join it if you don't want. I always post these videos for you guys because you guys are my family. And I'm not going to charge you just for watching these videos and seeing my portfolio like many other people do. So anyways, with all that said, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, and let's get wealthy. Take care.